What's going on, everybody? Why am I out of the picture? I guess I gotta go over here. How's everybody doing? All right, we're waiting to see what the president here at the White House. I'm not sure if someone's going to come to the camera or not. But in the meantime, I figured we would all get to listen to Rumble is down. Interesting. Interesting. Thought we would watch this together, but obviously Rumble wasn't ready for the traffic because it's not working. Let me mute the White House there. Yeah. No good. No good. Morning, everybody. Morning. Solomon put out a short piece about the budget resolution, $5 trillion in new spending. Well, I mean, you can just stop right there. I mean, if that's the best the Republicans can do, that's pretty weak. Oh. Nope. They're still trying to work it. Still trying to get it up here. Oh.
There's a crisis of internal leadership. I think people during a recession are afraid to leave, but I speak to people all the time on my cell phone, on the inside, who are just as frustrated as I am, whether from the military or anywhere else. And I think it's going to take just a tidal wave of people speaking out to really create some effective change.
This is really hard for me, folks. I hope you understand. We spent a long time building this. Me, my wife, Guy, Michael, Justin, Jasmine, Evita. My wife and I started doing this show, and it started in a basement. It was me, Joe, and Paula. That was it. We started doing the show, and Paula was putting together show clips for me. We never expected it to become this massive live stream and podcast and radio show. We never expected it. I knew you guys were going to be there for us. So to walk away from it.
Yeah, for sure. I figured this was going to be a tough morning for him.
And forget like money and all that other crap. That doesn't gives a damn about any of that stuff. We'll figure that out later. But I'm not going to tell you as an audience what's been one of our just bedrock principles of this Bongino army out there and this people, the massive audience we've had. What's one of the bedrock principles, right? The do matters. We've talked about the do. You can talk all you want. I tell you all the time, I don't feel like I have a real job. I don't feel like, I feel like you guys are the ones out there getting your hands dirty. The truckers, the cops, the pilots, the architects, the men and women in our military. I appreciate everything, but if the do matters, I'm not going to sit here as a commentator, talking head, whatever dopey title we have. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the do matters and then sit on my ass when an opportunity comes to do the right thing and not only talk about everything we wanted to change, but actually change it. There are a lot of people listening today. And I hope you understand that.
Dan is going to be the deputy director of the FBI under Kash Patel, for those of you who
New York Times and others, of
seemingly
course,
don't know.
All of the attack pieces start already, which is fascinating from these two who were on the wrong side of the truth when it came to the collusion hoax and others. I don't think they understand what it's like to commit to service, not partisan service, but service. I get it. If you are a political opponent of mine that has been involved with proudly celebrating a weaponized justice system, how you don't understand how a guy like me who discusses partisan content in an opinion show can go and do a unquestionably nonpartisan job. I'm going to ask you a simple question. Have you seen what I did before I came here? I'm committed to service. People play different roles in their lives.
Yeah.
People are dads. People
That's the
are
amazing
soccer
thing
coaches.
about this.
People are cops and military officers.
People talking about
military
Bongino taking this job, they frame him as podcaster or like TV host, as if that's number one, something to look down upon, and number two, that he doesn't have a lifetime of service to the country as a Secret Service agent, as a New York City police agent. I mean, what the hell are they talking about? He's done that more than he's done this.
Folks, I have to thank my family first, though.
Totally agree.
Most of you know Paula. Paula's been with me a long time. Folks, we met, I don't know if you know the story. It's certainly not my autobiography today, but we met just a couple of weeks before 9/11. I mean, an actual couple of weeks, like 2 weeks before 9/11. My second date hadn't even happened with Paula, and she worked at 120 Broadway, which is the building that looks right into the World Trade Center right there. She worked for a company at the time called SIA. The 9/11 attacks happened. I had only been on one date with her. We barely knew each other, but I knew I was in love. So I called her, and she didn't answer the phone. I thought she was dead. I did. I panicked. I thought she was dead. I couldn't believe it. I said, I just met this woman. Well, it turned out we'd just been on one date, and she was actually in Nevada. Her mom lived in Centennial Hills in Nevada, actually Summerlin, I think, back then. And she was out in Nevada. I couldn't believe she was alive. But we met 2 weeks before the most devastating terror attack, one of them in American history. That was an event we all scarred us forever. I was an agent watching that. We've been through a lot together. We've been through the Secret Service. We've been through the president's detail. We've been through cancer. We've been through some health crises with her. We have two beautiful daughters, one in college and one younger one still in grammar school. We've been through 3 runs for political office. We've been through the launch of a podcast 11 years ago, and everybody laughed at us. They're not laughing now. They did. They actually laughed at us. Oh, podcast? That's cute. What happened? Can't get a real show? We lived through all of that. We spent our last $10,000 on a microphone and some mixers in the basement of our house in Maryland. Paula's always been willing to take a chance on me. Always. She said on her first date that she knew I was something special, which I didn't think I was anything special back then, but I guess she did. She's been busting her ass all weekend. Why? Because there's going to be a major transition. It's not going to be the last show, but we've only got a few more left with you. So obviously we're going to be working with a team of people to make this transition from me, political commentator Dan, to Deputy Director of the FBI Dan. Those are different roles, require different skills. Skills I have and have used before,
just a little
and I
bit.
plan to use again.
Just
It's
a little
hurt
bit.
to leave you. I'll discuss over the course of the coming days. I'll be with you for a little bit longer on radio and on my show. I will discuss exactly what's going to happen. It's not going to impact Vita or Haley's content at all. My wife has been running the business for a long time. I don't get involved with the business at all. I do the talking. But I want to ask you, who's next? Who's next? This isn't just about me, folks. The do matters. Who's next? You know, I said last week, and a couple of media critics commented, I said, we're all going to have to take it on the chin a little bit. Now, do you see what I meant? I never got in this for the money or notoriety. Listen, I enjoy making money and that I can impact people's lives and that people come out and say nice things to me as much as the next guy. But if you think that's why I got involved in this, running as a Republican in deep blue Maryland, my life of activism and my time in the Secret Service, if you think I got into the Secret Service to get rich, and you don't know me and you haven't seen the government salary scale.
True.
But I am going in this clear-eyed. Vision of President Trump, Attorney General Bondi, and Director Patel.
Director Patel.
I'm going to do my job to implement that vision. And I can tell you right now, we are going to
Deputy
try
Director
our best.
Bongino. Woo.
Every single thing I have in me, every single strand of DNA cell in my body is going to be dedicated towards keeping this homeland safe, no matter what. No matter what. That's my job. We're going to reestablish faith in this institution. The good people there doing their job, hitting the streets, developing sources. We'll have your back. We are going to reestablish faith in this institution. The FBI belongs to the American people. Doesn't belong to me. Doesn't belong to anyone else but the American people. But this is the honor of a lifetime, and it's a serious mission. And I plan on implementing that vision. Folks, there are a small number of people out there in the country right now dedicated to doing really bad things. It's not the overwhelming majority of Americans are patriots that love this country and love their family. They love their jobs. They go to work every day. But there are a small number of really bad people out there who are planning on really bad things, from terrorists to narco traffickers, child sex rings, gang members. And I tell you right now, I'm not going to rest easy until we find as many of you as we can. Don't sleep. No, after today. But that's my mission. Folks, of course, the Constitution matters. We're going to get back to the four corners of that document that guide us all as well. And I think you know from my history of covering content here that the primacy of that is really important. You understand that? It is the one thing that dictates all the rest of your actions, and that's the Constitution. Again, regarding the show, folks, going forward, I will tell you how we're going to wind my portion of the show down. And I'm just going to leave you with this before I get to some other content. And we've got a couple more. We've got some shows for you lined up. So I actually put a show together, even though this has been harder than I thought. I didn't plan on this. I didn't plan on a lot of things. But I want you to know it is the honor of my lifetime. And I hope I'm making a plea to you all personally. I hope you're not angry or upset at me for making this decision. I knew it was the right thing to do, but there is a big cost, and I understand that. There's a chance when the mission's over that you guys all disappear and go somewhere else.
Fat chance.
I'm not going to lie to you. It's been on my mind for a long time. I hope not. I love you guys, but this is a mission I can't say no to. Sorry, guys. JL Suits. Holy moly, Batman. We're so proud of you, Dan. We love you, Dan. I love you guys too. I woke up this morning, I jumped in that cold plunge to kind of clear my head a little bit. And I get out of it. And I have to tell you, folks, this is very surreal. What an honor. What an honor. All right. Let me take a quick break. Did I melt down the Rumble chat? Thank you, guys. Michael senses I need a little emotional kind of. Hold on. Let me take a sip of water here. You know, it's funny. Guy's been here the longest, and Guy will typically say, all right, you're like droning on too long. He didn't say that. That's interesting. Guy actually gave me a little leeway on that one. I appreciate that, Guy. You know how Guy is. Guy's the most cut and dried guy you've ever seen. All right, move on. No. Get to have you taken a field degrees? Yeah, last one they'll promote me. He'll push me right into a reading. You get to the spots. We got a show to do. So I appreciate that, Guy. Thank you. There. By the way, my team. So you know, because I know a lot of you have developed relationships with my crew through the chat and events and elsewhere. We love all you guys. My crew's not going anywhere. I'll explain more as the week goes on. Today, I just want to focus on this, some news, and I want to do a show for you because I don't have a lot left. The transition is going to be tough, but my crew's not going anywhere. I gave them the opportunity. I hope I'm not sharing inside information, guys, but I gave them the opportunity, and none of them took it. Justin was like a little, I don't know about him. Justin, I'm kidding. Justin was like, I don't know. I'm not so sure. No, he was all in. Justin was actually the first one. He's like, you kidding, bro? We're going to make this, we're going to work with Paula from now on. And it's probably a pretty easy transition because there isn't a transition. Paula's always run the place anyway. She has been the mastermind. I'm just the content guy. So thank you, guys. All right, let me take a quick break, and then we'll get to the show.
All right, there you go. That's what we wanted to see. Bongino this morning announcing that he's obviously taking the job as deputy director of the FBI. President Trump announced that yesterday. I'm sure in close discussion with Kash Patel on who he wanted. I'm sure this is, we all thought Dan might go to the Secret Service. Obviously, when that didn't happen, a lot of people still thought he would end up somewhere. But this one actually caught me off guard too. I didn't really see this one coming. I was so focused on the top part with Kash, hadn't really thought about who the deputy would be. But I think Bongino. I don't know how you pick somebody better. And it's just you pick somebody good when the left is melting down about it. Oh, he's just a podcaster. Really? He's just a podcaster. He's just what are you talking about? The guy was a New York City cop, Secret Service under 2 or 3 presidents, I believe. Obama in 2 terms, and he's got way more background in this than he does in sitting in front of a television camera. So I think Bongino will be great. Him and Kash together will be great. And everybody who's melting down are probably the ones who are worried, who have something to hide, probably, I would think. So how's everybody doing? It's really what I wanted to bring you this morning. I don't know what's going on here at the White House. I mean, Macron is there, I guess, probably getting slapped around by the president, if I had to guess. And I don't know if someone's coming out or not. They've been on this shot for a while. But that's really it. There's not much going on this morning. I guess we're just waiting to see if they go into the Oval Office and when the cameras go in there. So I'll probably leave this streaming for a while so we can catch if they do go in. 2 p.m. press conference, Joseph says. Okay. That'll be the formal press conference. I'm sure they're going to go into the Oval with the cameras like they do for a quick photo op. President will probably take some questions. It's Monday, so it should be Paul tonight. Paul's Monday, Wednesday, Vinny's Tuesday, Thursday, Kevin's Friday. Everybody have a good weekend. Sorry I missed on Friday. Was it Friday that I missed? Yes. I missed Friday. I was my daughter's dance performance. I saw some of you on, I guess, Saturday as I was streaming this president from CPAC. Who actually? Moon Pie weekend was good. Hope yours was as well. Basketball update. Basketball's Thursday. 5 o'clock playoff game. Win or go home. So we will be ready for Thursday, 5 o'clock. At home. Against a very good team, though. We're going to have to play really, really well. I make it, if I was an odds maker, I make this game a pick 'em. 2 evenly matched teams. Going to be a tough one. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to play well to move on, for sure. I have a feeling my son doesn't want this to be his last high school game, though, so I'm expecting a big game from him. They scrimmaged yesterday with another team that's in the playoffs, not a team that they're going to play. I think he scored 17 and came home and said he was feeling it. So we'll see if he can carry that through to Thursday. Let's hope. Anything else in the news this morning anyone's noticed? I mean, there's seemingly so much all the time. Let's take a look. We hope we can finish the war this year. As if he's like putting a new roof on his house. Well, I hope we can get it done this year. Ay, ay, ay. So how was that? What was everybody's feelings on CPAC this year? Seemed to me from the outside, and I haven't spoken to anybody who was there yet, but man, it just seemed like it was a total disaster. I don't know what's going on with CPAC. I've said this for years. Of course, people get mad at me, but I don't really care. CPAC has just turned into a big I don't know. It's like just a big show for the speakers to go and speak and feel good about themselves. Like I don't know what people leave there feeling like they've accomplished. Like does anyone leave with like any actionable items that it's like, okay, here's go and do. I mean, just I don't know. I did not get most of what I watched from CPAC, I have to tell you. But maybe it was just me. Well, Joy Reid's looking for a new spot. I hope they don't put her at 8 o'clock on Real America's Voice. That would be bad. It would be bad for us. Should I be worried about that? What would the audience feel like at 8 o'clock if you had to turn on and see her instead of me? That would be rough. You know, the other thing about CPAC is they do this straw poll. No, I haven't been drinking this morning. What are you talking about, farmer? Have you heard about the New York prisons on strike? No, I have not. Did I see that Steve Bannon came in second in the straw poll for presidential, for the 2028 presidential nominee behind J.D. Vance? Steve Bannon was second. I'm not sure everybody that goes to CPAC really kind of represents, reality. Dish towel set, 6-pack, $29.99, code LFS6B. Hey, by the way, want to see, did you see the new store? I haven't really announced it, but we did move our store this weekend. So new store is up. We kind of revamped everything. So it's a much better experience, much better shopping experience, much better layout, cart. So the new, you can get to it from the live from studio 6b.com site, or you can just go to 6bmerch.com. It does have video there as well and news. We're working on getting everything up to speed, but as far as merch goes, it's a much better experience. So I think you'll like it. New stuff will always be up here. Chat, chat, chat. You can use Shop Pay now on here. It's a much better experience through the cart. So check that out, 6bmerch.com, or you can get it through livefromstudio6b.com as well. And we'll have new stuff coming out. Yeah, I did hear that announcement too. I did hear that. That was something that came out of CPAC that was interesting. Eric's going to start the, I guess, on the 4 o'clock. What was that 4 o'clock? I guess I probably should have known, but I don't remember what was that for. But Eric's going to take the 4 o'clock spot on Rav. Don't look like there's much going on this morning. This is pretty big news. Apple pledging $500 billion towards U.S. economy will add 20,000 jobs. And they're going to do this over 4 years, not 5 years. It'll spend and invest $500 billion towards the U.S. economy. We are bullish on the future of American innovation, and we're proud to build on our longstanding U.S. investments, Cook said in a statement. This is all the Trump effect. Lester Holt leaving NBC Nightly News after a decade. Is he leaving NBC News, though, or just leaving NBC Nightly News? NBC, MSNBC. Glad Bowling is doing that time slot. Other show kind of sucked. Well, I don't even know what show. I'm not sure what was there. Every station in podcasts are playing musical chairs, Damon. Every station? Oh, you mean like moving shows around? Oh, there you go. There's a good idea. That's a good idea. I'm going to leave the stream running, even though I'm not going to stay on air here with you because there's not much going on. I just wanted to say hello and bring you I wanted to watch the Bongino thing. I will come back if the president, comes in the Oval Office. Let's see. Okay. All right. Daily Bandle it is. Good idea. Okay. Guess the song played by the band. Released in 2005. YouTube views 1.4 billion. Difficulty is easy. Okay. All right. Looks like the sound is good. You should be able to hear it. Here we go. Okay. It's definitely not that, Drag Blacker. No way. I have no guess right now. I have no guess. That is definitely not it. Okay. No, we don't have a guess. We're going to skip. Here we go. Next clue, drum, and we'll add the bass now. Here we go. I got nothing. I literally have nothing. Usually, I don't think have we ever made it to the third? Have we made it to the third round without someone guessing it? No, I'm not a DJ. I don't think we've ever made it to the third. Okay. All the way. All right, we're going on. We don't have a guess yet. Here we go. Oh, drag, you got it. That's it. That's all it took. Drag with the win. Drag with the win. Very nice. LFS6B at yahoo.com. Pick something off the new store, 6bmerch.com, or you can get to it from livefromstudio6b.com. Send us an email with what you want. What size, what shirt, we'll send it out. You win today. Very good. Very good, very good. All right, there's your Bandle for the day. I saw someone talk about, ask me about Garrett's song. Why can't I play it here?
We're rounding down through the Florida Keys. You can sail those Gulf Streams. Waters catch a ride on a summer breeze, and when the people fly, oh glory, man, you couldn't ask for more.
All right, here we go.
On the Gulf of America, that patriotic shore, we got crab shacks, bring your tack, man, this is where it's at. Fish right off the pier, get a suntan, make a plan to come play in the sand any time of year. USA can proudly say we got the best beaches and more. On the Gulf of America, that patriotic shore.
Since they only played up to there on the show, I'll play the rest here for you.
I took a trip down to the Sunshine State to get away and have some fun. I met a girl down on the white hot sand, just soaking up the sun. She had a red, white, and blue umbrella. Now my heart is falling for the girl on the Gulf of America, that patriotic shore. We got crab shacks, bring your tack, man, this is where it's at. Fish right off the pier, get a suntan, make a plan to come play in the sand any time of year. The USA can proudly say we got the best beaches and more. On the Gulf of America, that patriotic
Barb, I'll check
shore.
into it.
We got cruise liners, shrimp boats, all kinds of things that float, proudly flying our flag. In the water, in the sun, friendly folks having fun. Now pardon me while I brag. President Trump proclaimed and changed the name to one that we adore. It's the Gulf of America, that patriotic shore. Now it's the Gulf of America, that patriotic shore.
All right. There you go. Garrett Miles, Michael Curtis pulling out his best Jimmy Buffett in the Coral Reefers arrangement. That's what it sounds like. That's pretty good right there. That is pretty good. Garrett's got a website, garrettmiles.com. You can check it out. That boy can sing. I think we played this on the show back then.
I may never see the evergreen that reaches to the sky.
There's our friend Michael Curtis right there.
Glitter, gold, and silver that you see with your eyes. Pretty bows and presents, the way you all get to. But a blind man can see Christmas. How about you?
Yeah, he's got a great voice. Got a great voice. Check him out. Garrett Miles, garrettmiles.com. Check him out on YouTube. Support his music. Support Michael. They're doing great stuff. I think they were both on Rav yesterday or Friday. Well, they were on with us Friday night. I don't know if they were on anywhere else. They should be everywhere with that song. It's a great song. It's a great song. So, all right. Looks like the camera shot at the White House went dead. So I guess they're not expecting it anytime soon. So, actually now AP has a countdown, 30 minutes. 30 minutes till we go to the Oval Office. So yeah. Well, we can either leave it live for 30 minutes here or we can come back in 30. I don't know. Who really cares? Do we really care about Macron in the Oval Office? Do we want to hang around for that? Not much else going on. I really wanted to just see Bongino, check in, say hello. Doesn't look like there's much going on. Well, thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in. I try to be here as much as I can in the morning, especially when there's things going on. So, all right, folks, that's pretty much a wrap. Just wanted to see Bongino, and if we were able to catch the president in the Oval, then we would have done that. But looks like we got at least a half an hour wait for that. So maybe I'll go live again when they actually start it, because it's probably going to be more than a half an hour if I had to guess. And if not, I'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. on Live from Studio 6B, back in the studio. All right. Thanks, everybody.